We're at it again last night, and we're talking about Russell Westbrook setting an NBA record with his 10th straight triple-double. It's a double for the third year in a row. Meanwhile, James Harden extended his 30-point game streak to appropriately 30 games in last night's win. Harden only had 20 points with under 3 minutes left in regulation, but he scored 11 points to close it out and extend that streak. So, Rob, we'll start with you. I feel like this is a tough one, but which streak is more impressive, Harden or Westbrook?
And I'm not knocking Westbrook because I think that's incredible. It really is. But Harden, here's my biggest thing. To be able to score 30 points, 30 games in a row in the NBA is incredible. And here's the best part. They're 21-9 in those games. That to me, that seals it. And I know OKC's playing well as well, but you also have Paul George. He's basically doing this by himself, and that's what the most impressive thing is. I think Harden right now is the best player in the NBA. And I know a lot of people want to go back and go, well, look at the playoffs, and he hasn't won anything. I'm talking about right here, right now.
Like at this moment, this week.
Right now. I know you always trying to knock me when I say that.
Let's change it every month. It was Giannis in
No, it wasn't Giannis. It's right now. I've been saying this.
It was Embiid in February.
No, it wasn't.
In January.
Last year, this guy was the MVP of the league, and he's done nothing but continue. When Chris Paul went out, he was still doing his thing. James Harden, I get it. He's not a complete player. He's not going to play defense. He's not going to do. Does he help you win, Greg Jennings?
Absolutely.
He helps you win, Chris Broussard.
Don't act like I'm anti-Harden.
All right, that's what he does. And so I'm just saying right here, just for once, let down your guard. Don't all you LeBron people. Oh, Harden ain't no greatest player ever. He never won a championship. He don't defend. He don't do this. He don't do that. I'm talking about right now, pound for pound. Right now, he's the best player in the NBA. He's better than Kevin Durant. He's better than LeBron James. Period.
Okay. All right. The question was which streak is more important. And look, I love James Harden. I think James Harden should be working on his third MVP. And I put my vote behind my for him last year, and right now he's going to get my vote this year. So nothing at all against James Harden. He's doing something historic. Anytime you did something that Michael Jordan didn't do, and in Jordan's specialty, all right, he's not getting more assists than Jordan. He's not getting more rebounds. Jordan was a scorer. Kobe was a scorer, and he's doing something scoring-wise that they couldn't do. So this is tremendous for Harden. But to have to pick between the two, I have to go with Westbrook. And here's what he's averaging the triple-double.
Sound like you were Harden right there.
No, well, because they're both great, all right? But Westbrook's average of them, he broke the record. Anytime you do that, something no one else has done, that gives you the edge. Number two, you brought up, Houston's 21-9. OKC is 9-1 in these 10 games. 21-9 is great. 9-1 is even better. And then Westbrook, because it's a triple-double. Harden's impact, you're right, he's leading them to wins, but he's is helping Paul George be the best player on this team by changing his mentality and passing. And not only is Paul George having the best streak or season of his career. In these 10 games that Westbrook's averaged a triple-double, Paul George is averaging 37 points, 8.5 rebounds on 50% shooting. Fabulous. Dennis Schroeder, 17 points on 51% shooting. Steve Adams, 13 points, 61% shooting. And Jeremy Grant, 14 points on 50% shooting. My point is that all four of these guys, except maybe Adams, because those numbers are what he averaged, what he does generally. Three of these guys have been able to elevate their games because of the way Westbrook is playing. So Harden is just putting the team on his back.
Because he has to,
I'm the man, and I'm carrying y'all. Westbrook is doing it a different way by I'm helping y'all get involved, and we carrying each other. And so I think Westbrook's is more.
I'm going to say something that's absolutely forbidden. First time ever. Both of them are equally as impressive.
You gotta pick a
I'm not
side.
picking
Pick
a side.
We know they're both great.
I'm not.
You can't bail out like that.
I'm gonna show you right now.
You can't come on the show, wear that shirt, and then
Right.
say,
This is
I can do what I want and when I want. Exactly. And I'm going.
What do you think? This is first take?
I'm settling it right now. They're both equally impressive because, to your argument, he is the best player on Harden, he being that guy. James Harden is the best player on his team, and he has to do this. And it's almost as though if he doesn't do this, we don't know where the Houston Rockets are. We don't even know if they're in the playoff hunt with the start that they had and how they were performing until James Harden decided, you know what, let me kick into this gear. Let me go get this MVP. I got to make it it's about the team, but it got to be because of me driving this vehicle. And when you look at what Russell Westbrook is doing, it's impressive, yes, that he's the only one who's ever done it, but he's not the best player on his team. Is he making his team better because of the decisions that he's making and because of the numbers that he's putting up? Absolutely. And both teams are right where they want to be when it comes to the playoff hunt. And so I can't sit here and say, oh, Westbrook's is better because I feel like it's equally as impressive as James Harden. James Harden in this league with the scoring that is happening across the NBA, it's easy for me to say, you know what, with all the threes that everybody's putting up, Westbrook is going to get more rebounds. But then it's easy for me to say, with the scoring ability that everybody else has, with the style of play, he's going to get more points. So you can argue both sides. That's why I think that I'm going to sit here and be a fan for one and appreciate both of them.
There's not a fraction, a smidgen of a difference, right? Not a dash.
Let me give you
Producer Sean is very disappointed with your stance on this.
Yes.
And he actually said Jason McIntyre is coming replacing you for the rest of the show.
Now, that's bad.
Now, I'm going to tell you now, there's a difference there.
Here, let me give you to help you, okay? Westbrook, 21.2 points, lowest since the second season in the
but that's not what we're comparing.
That's a positive for him.
Exactly.
Because now he's dishing
41%. Second worst of his career, 24% from three. Second worst in his career. Free throw shooting, worst in his career, 65. All I'm saying is, yes, he's getting the triple-doubles, 10 in a row, whatever, but he's not playing nearly as well. I'm talking about totally.
But see, that's
not as well.
This is where sometimes stats lie to you.
He's playing more of an all-around game
because it's not those numbers that we're focusing on. It's because of those numbers. How crazy it sounds. Why OKC is where they are.
It's more about Paul George, though.
It is, but why is
Harden is the reason that
no question. No question
and
about
Paul George, you cannot poo-poo what he's doing.
No, not at all. I mean, he's in the MVP race ahead of Westbrook, but why is he able to do what he's doing? Because Westbrook has learned and is now giving him the ball, even late in games, which he generally didn't do with even Kevin Durant.
I get it.
Growth and maturity on Westbrook's part.
But there's no doubt in my mind that it would be Harden number one and Westbrook number two when we talk about this.
And Paul George
He'd be definitive.
triple-double last night, too.
I knew you wouldn't like that.
You know I don't like no sitting the fence. No way.
You know, the only other...
Even if it means being wrong.
Exactly.
Of course, you know about being wrong. You've been wrong a lot on the radio show.
Just the 9th time in NBA history last night that two guys on the same team had a triple-double.
There it is again.
You know the other time it happened? 9th time in history. It also happened previously this season, though.
Did it?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Who was it, Lonzo and LeBron?
Lonzo in December.
I was going to say that. Lonzo
you guys
and LeBron.
going again.
That's a nice feather in Lonzo's cap.
That was fun, you guys.
Rafters.
We're going to have to get you to pick a side, though.
Pick a side.
Kareem Hunt has a new home in Cleveland after signing with the Browns. We'll discuss that next.